I'm still just a little bit upset about a call that I received yesterday. And this call sparked this thought and this idea for the video that you're going to see today. We are going to look at the fall cruise outlook forecast and what cruising looks like currently and what it's going to look like into the fall. There's good news for all of you who have cruises booked. There's also good news for those of you who do not have a cruise booked, but maybe you can go last minute. Let's talk about everything right now on Island Time. A big Friday hello to all you Islanders. I hope you're ready for a great weekend. This is Island Time and I am your host Derek, and I'm so happy to be in the islands with you today. First things first, I have to say a huge thank you. You have helped us get to 3,000 subscribers in 3 months. What a goal to have, and we accomplished it together. You have shared our content in your Facebook groups with your family and friends. You value our content, and I want you to know that we value you. Thank you so much for helping us reach 3,000 subscribers in 3 months. Next thing, a huge weekend. Tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of 9/11. 9/11/01, and tomorrow is 20 years to the day. It is hard to believe. It really is. You see the lights behind me in a different shade of blue than what you usually see here. They're in a more familiar blue that runs through all of us. And I also want to ask your permission here. I hope you don't mind. I want to add this to our case behind me. It's been in my office for a long time. The 10-year anniversary of 9/11, FDNY, Fire Department of New York, had a fundraiser to help provide funds and money for those who lost loved ones and first responders on 9/11, and they auctioned some of these off. This is, you can see it's a clear case. I wish you could see. It's not highly visible, but has World Trade Center artifact. There are metal shavings from the World Trade Center, one of the towers there, and it's in like a gelatin type of substance. But I bid on this and won it on the 10th anniversary, and with your permission, I'm going to display it right here behind us, just as the U.S. flag sits there, a battle flag from Afghanistan. J. Eddie, thank you so much. And as the certificate says, it gives me chills every time I read it, that this flag flew in the face of the enemy. We're remembering all those who were impacted 20 years ago tomorrow, and we mourn with the country, and we will all weekend. We will be live on Sunday. It's been a couple of weeks. I know. I will tell you all about what we've had going on the last couple of weeks, but Sunday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, let's have a date, you and I. Let's talk about everything going on in cruising. Let's answer questions. Let's give tips and tricks. Let's enjoy each other's company. Sunday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Now, here we go. This is why you're here. The fall cruise outlook. I have a lot of details here. I really do, and it's going to be helpful for a lot of you. If you have cruises booked in the fall, you're fine. There's no big news. If you don't have cruises booked in the fall, you might go on one and you don't even know it yet. Yesterday, I received a call from my PVP. Yes, I use a PVP with Carnival Cruise Line. She said, Derek, can you get to Galveston on Monday, the 13th? You can go on the Breeze. Or if you want to go on the Panorama out of California, you can go there. $50 is all it costs, and $50 on board credit. I tried. I called Amanda and said, hey, can I go? It's just not going to work out with everything that's on the schedule. But I was surprised, and it started a conversation with my PVP and internally here, and I thought, what's going on? The Breeze was only 45% at capacity yesterday. That has creeped up to about 53, 54% is what I heard today from her. And this may be the new norm. This is the time usually when cruising slows down some. Summer is over, back to school is here. And cruising is usually slow September, October, and half of November. So she said, hey, I'm probably going to be calling you for the next several weeks. Okay, and we're already cruising next month in October, but maybe I can squeeze one in. And it made me think about this fall cruise outlook. Always look where the money's at. My grandpa told me that. If you look at cruise line stocks, they've fallen the last 30 days. Norwegian and Carnival's down about 5%. Royal Caribbean, Norwegian and Carnival down about 6%, with Royal Caribbean down about 5%, okay? And so there's some fear there of what's going to happen. Is Delta affecting cruising? Is it affecting capacity numbers? Cruise lines have admitted struggle. Royal Caribbean, on their last earnings call, which was last month, the company said demand for future cruises was strong. 2022 bookings are strong. Carnival said the same thing on their earnings call. But they said the near term, the short term demand is weak, and it's being hurt by COVID-19 and the Delta variant. That makes me think, what's cruising going to look like the rest of 2021? It's going to take place. This video is not about canceled cruises. It's about the opposite. There's room for you. If you're booked, great. If you're not booked, there might be a surprise for you. Demand is down. Jason Adder. I'll follow Jason Adder. He's a leisure analyst. He owns his own asset management company. In an interview with CNBC, he said for a couple of months, the demand for travel was above 2019 peak levels. He's referencing May and June. We saw, and you probably remember, travel just increased, airfare increased. Everyone was flying, going on cruises. They were going and traveling, going to Florida, going on vacation. But he says it has subsided in the last 60 days because of the Delta variant. So I think everybody doesn't know how this ball is going to go. He's not sure of what cruising looks like the rest of 2021. Bookings are down, okay? Bookings are down. And this is from Morgan Stanley. This quote here is from Morgan Stanley. It's the analyst Jamie Rollo. Our U.S. travel agent surveys show a clear deterioration in cruise booking volumes alongside a spike in cancellations, and to a lesser degree, weaker pricing driven predominantly by concerns about the Delta variant and stricter protocols. And again, that's Jamie Rollo. They're seeing people cancel cruises for various reasons. You have to remember that the average age of a cruiser is in their late 50s into their 60s. And some of these cruisers, even though they're vaccinated, they're trying to do everything they can to remain healthy. They're saying, hey, I'm going to stay at home right now. I'm going to wait until 2022 to cruise. And you'll see here in a second, for the first time in a long time, when we had canceled cruises and everyone just rebooked, and you got a $600 incentive from Carnival and other companies had other incentives, a lot of times now when sailings are booked, people are just taking their money back. Or with the flexibility of cancellations across the industry, people are calling in and canceling. And Jamie Rollo says the same thing. Morgan Stanley expects the industry capacity to reach about 55% during the third quarter, which is what we're in right now. We're wrapping up the third quarter, and that 55% really was a little low for some companies like Carnival. It was spot on for other companies like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian. Morgan Stanley predicts that capacity levels could rise to 75% in the fourth quarter, which would be nice. It's almost a little dreamy there to think that all cruise lines will get up to 75% capacity. Many agents seem to be spending more time dealing with cancellations than with new bookings, and requests for refunds are much higher than for future cruise credits. That's what Jamie Rollo said. And then it is the truth. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and every day it seems like almost someone is canceling the cruise for one reason or another, and I'm not at all proposing that. I just went on a cruise. I have one booked next month. I'm just telling you the reality of it all. Last thing from Jamie here, who I follow closely. While August is typically a slow bookings month as families wrap up summer vacation and school starts back, the results are substantially poorer than would have been anticipated. And so I see the possibility, and my PVP does too, she shared with me, that these last minute deals could be available. I've seen you Islanders post on our Facebook page, I was offered this cruise for $35. I was offered this cruise for $50. And some of you never received offers like that in your life. I'm glad you got them, and I think we're going to see more of them, okay? Protocols have also caused some people to cancel. Some of us aren't going to cancel. I'm not canceling. But for some people, the testing requirement, the vaccine requirement, masking inside have caused people to say, you know what, I can cruise next year. That's what I'm going to do. that opens up capacity and opens up bookings and drives down the price of cruising. It's interesting to see the fall outlook of cruising for 2021. There's also unpredictable changes that people don't like. Some people love to know what they're getting into, and there's unpredictable changes. We just saw recently the Bahamas, where a lot of cruise ships go, begin requiring the ships to confirm that guests ages 12 and older are all fully vaccinated. So we're seeing, and we've covered this, different islands have protocols, and it's unpredictable because they announce it and boom, they're in place. And some people don't like that, so they cancel. They move their cruise, which again, it leaves us with this gap of the rest of 2021 being weak. Please call me. Call me every week. Please, Miss PVP, please call me. Maybe I can go several times the rest of this year. The question is, can you plan for an unexpected cruise? Can you go on a cruise this year if you're called? I was called yesterday to leave Monday. I got to be tested 2 days before. Remember that. Here's what you got to think about. Do you have the PDO with work and will your work schedule allow it? You have big projects or things going on like that. Are you vaccinated? Make sure that you're vaccinated. I called people yesterday, said, hey, I have a free cruise for you. Oh, I only got my first shot. If I was fully vaxxed, I would go. Make sure if you want to cruise, you're fully vaxxed. Your 2 shots in 14 days or 1 shot of Johnson & Johnson in 14 days. Do you have airline miles? Do you have a way to get to the airport? Is your car ready to go on a trip? Is your oil changed and ready to go? Things that I think about. If you're called within 48 or 72 hours to go, can you drop things and go? And I'll give you this advice. Go ahead and start saving. Put back some money every week, just a little bit of money. In case you get that call that says, hey, can you get on the breeze Monday for 5 days for free? You've got some money saved up, some spending money, and then you go and you enjoy the heck out of it. It's really neat when you look at it, and it's going to be neat to see how things play out across the industry as demand is lower, prices are lower, and cruise ships need to fill those ships. Cruise lines need to fill ships at a certain capacity for it to even make sense to cruise. It's going to be interesting. It really is. Can you go on an unexpected cruise if you were called and said, hey, get here in 24 hours, get here in 72 hours? Could you go? That's what I want to know. Tell us in the comments below. How about that? I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to see you this weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. We will see you Sunday live, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And I hope, again, you'll let me add this to our collection here and we can all enjoy it every single day. I enjoy your company, and that's all the time we have right here on Island Time.